Hey guys, here's a quick video of the Elektron Digitakt and some cool tricks that you can use to spark some inspiration in your own workflow. Okay guys, I just want to quickly explain a few things right before we dive in and listen to these sounds. So basically what I've done is I've mapped out down here, actually in this area, each pattern has a different chord structure that I've mapped out, or different chord. And so when I go through these different patterns, it goes to a different chord. Okay. And then within each pattern, I've mapped it out so that each melody that is played, or series of melodies, behaves a little bit differently each time that it cycles through. Okay, so it kind of has this random effect of creating random possibilities of notes playing, and that's a cool thing to do when you're looking for inspiration, because you kind of have endless possibilities happening right at your fingertips. So here we go. I'm just going to play this and let's see what happens. Okay, so I moved to a different chord, as you can hear. You can hear each tone behaving differently. Okay, that just gives you a little taste of what is possible. You can hear that as it was cycling, it was something a little different happened each time. And so let's talk about how I was able to do that. First of all, let's go to our track, our first track, okay, and go to our write mode, and you can see what I have programmed here. All right, so these are the tones that I've mapped out, but each time that each trigger, if you see the condition, I've put to 50%. So every time it cycles through, it only has a 50% shot of actually being triggered. Okay, and I've done that now for these tracks, track 1 through 5, I believe, are all the same. I just copied it, but changed the melody. Okay, so if we go to track 2, you can see I have a different thing mapped out. So let's just isolate one of these and see what it sounds like. Let's just listen to this one and get rid of all these other sounds. Okay. Now you can hear I have a delay on it, so that helps kind of sustain each melody. Okay, so kind of cool. Like each time there's something a little bit different, and the delay kind of allows it to kind of plug in some holes. Okay, so nice. That's cool. And so I have that basically mapped out for each track. Over here in these tracks up here are just the drums, or there's a drum beat. So we're just dealing with these 5. Okay, and then within each track, let's just stay on track 2. Okay, every time that I play this note, here, let me turn the delay down. You can hear that the tone is different. The sound is different every time it's triggered. Okay, now how am I able to do that? Okay, so if I play it really fast. Okay, so that's cool too. So every time it's triggered, there's a new sound. So what you do is you go to sample. All right, and if you see all these samples, these are all waveforms that I found in the Digitakt library. Okay, and I stack them all next to each other. All right, and so that's step 1. Step 2, go to your LFO. You go to sample slot. okay? And what that's going to do is the LFO is going to trigger, or it's going to manipulate which sample is actually being played every time it's triggered. And so what I did is I went to the random selection. This is the hold selection. So basically what that means is when the LFO is moving all over the place, when it reaches your trigger, it'll lock on that setting before becoming random again. Correct me if I'm wrong, by the way, but I believe that's what it is. And I have a pretty fast BPM. Okay, and then the depth is important. So it's only give or taking 28 slots, right? So if I have it too far, then it might actually start triggering like my drum samples, which I don't want. I want it to be isolated in a focused group of things that are randomly playing. Okay, so I was able to do that through all 5 of these. Okay, and so that's why when you play all 5 of them at once, you get kind of a cool random atmosphere that you don't really know what's going to happen. But if you record it, then you could capture maybe a special moment that you really like, and then you can go from there. It's just a great starting point. Great. All right. I hope this helped you guys. And if you want to know more, just please reach me in the DMs. And thanks a lot. Bye.